Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Pop another bottle, feel the people coming. Hey, hey. I don't give a damn. Hey, hey, hey. I feel like there's a little bit of delay between I talk, me showing up there, and the video. I feel like it's delayed. The video with the. Maybe it's because of the USB that I'm using. It's too old USB or something. I don't know. But it will have to do. Hey, hey, hey. Pop another bottle, feel the people coming. Hey, hey. Give a damn. Hey, 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 how. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, image edited. This here. I'm here. Pasted this thing. And yeah, I think Hanio said something like he may not be here or something, but because he's on Christmas, so I'm probably alone. But still, I wanted to check the old setup out. Classic, my room as always, with a little bit of mess over here. The classic, kind of messy, but not that messy anymore, I guess. Me speaking at a lower volume, I guess, because I'm back at the parents' house, so I'm always a little bit secretive about this. And yeah, not much else. My CO2 detector being like, hey, yo, chill with the levels. It do be a little bit toxic in here. It just updated, I guess, so maybe not that toxic anymore. And yeah, I don't know. Ooh. So close, so intimate. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Something like that, maybe. And yeah, back with the mic on an arm with the pop filter, so I should. I can I can laugh again, but not yet, not that much because then I'm too loud. And yeah, I guess I don't know what else to say. I'm back on streaming. I could do the classic week review. Okay, yeah, so week review. I'm going to open Google Photos. Last week was actually pretty fucking boring, not gonna lie. Didn't call my mom, so I didn't update her on it, but it was basically kind of boring. Monday 15th of December. Yeah, from the 15th to the 22nd or so, right? To the 15th to 21st, I guess. Sunday, yes. 15th, 21st. So yeah, Monday. Oh, I had tuna, apparently. I went to class, we had a Fachgespräch, and yeah, I took a picture of the room that was all empty. Tuesday was interesting. We went to Nuremberg to the Bahnhof, to the German Museum of Railways. And I was wearing actually the same jacket. I'm seeing it on the pictures. Wasn't wearing that much of a royal outfit, but and yeah, well, I took a lot of pictures this day on Wednesday. Essentially, I technically had to do something like fag. I had fag tag, but I didn't actually go fagen because the trainer had krank gemeldet, so he called in sick the day before already. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to go. Right, I'm just simply calling sick as well, because yeah. Also, I was actually feeling a little bit not sick, but yeah, like stomach. I wasn't feeling like super well in the stomach, but yeah, the teacher called in sick. Well, I'm not sure what happens with the first, but I got rescheduled once already. Then the second person who I got rescheduled to didn't reply, and he crank melded. So he called in sick. So I was like, the fuck, and yeah, therefore I was like, I'm not going to go there, show up at like 4 a.m. or like 6 a.m. without a trainer, call in Einsatz and be like, hey guys, can you guys show me around, or can you guys give me a substitution trainer or whatever. Then I'm there waiting like 1 hour or a half or 2 hours until like 7 until they give me something, right? And I wasn't about to do that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it the same. And I just went to the gym early in the morning. Me at the gym. I'm flat as hell. And I have this fucking posture that is kind of horrible. But yeah. Then I wore this kind of sweater with this opening here, a little bit sexy and such. I mean, not that much sexy, but yeah, with the same socks or whatever. And because I wear boots. Oh yeah, I went to have burger at this burger place that is in Unterhaching. I had this burger and these jalapeno poppers. Total 21 euros. So like, I mean, a bit pricey, but and it was like a fucking small ass spot. I haven't taken a picture of it, but yeah, it was like in a parking lot. This kind of food truck in a parking lot of a supermarket in a Unterhaching is like a small town. It's part of Munich, I think, Munich city, part of Landkreis Munich, but it's like this small as well, kind of like small town type vibe. And yeah, well, small neighborhood or whatever you could say, right? So kind of residential, and there's like this parking lot with 2 supermarkets or whatever, and this fucking thing in there. And I was there, and I went there, and it was chill. And I had this burger. It was actually like probably one of the best burgers I've had since I've been in Germany. I've been to some other places, and I've been to places where the burgers were like more expensive. The day before, like the 2 days before or something like that, I had dinner at some place, and no lunch. Well, I don't know. I forgot. at some place with some people in like in the center of the town or whatever, in center of Munich, and very centric zone. So like the location was good, obviously, but the food wasn't great. The burger was like a burger without a bun, and let's just say that it wasn't juicy, super juicy or anything like this, right? It wasn't anything to like rave about. And this one, for example, was the opposite. It was like really good. So I'll probably I'll actually be back. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. I wrote about this in my journal. I think that's why I'm remembering telling someone. But essentially, yeah, I the guy was American or something, the guy who ran it, and yeah, I think it wasn't exactly clear for me when he was trying to do small talk versus not. So, for example, at the beginning, maybe he was trying to do some small talk, but it was in German, so I didn't really understand it, and I kind of went along a little bit with it. He asked me about my gloves. I was wearing gloves that I brought from home, like these latex gloves that I use when I'm going to eat stuff that is like saucy or whatever. So yeah, I tried that, and it wasn't great. Sorry, and I tried to speak, etc., and I think I was a little bit awkward. I also get a little bit, I guess, I think you can tell that my voice breaks a little bit, so I'm not sure. Maybe he detected that I was nervous or whatever, and because I was, right? I get nervous when talking to people, etc. So, yeah, I guess that was a little bit of a thing. And then afterwards, when he asked me, hey, how was it? I switched to English and told him that, yeah, I did really like this burger, etc. But yeah, I feel like maybe I wasn't like loud enough and he couldn't hear well because it's like a noisy environment, or maybe like he just didn't care. But when I asked a couple of follow-up questions or whatever, he didn't reply back. So I was feeling a little bit like, what's happening there? I felt a little bit awkward. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm not like, I'm definitely going back there, right? I'm more like, I'd like to go back there because the burgers were good. But if I go alone, I'm not sure, right? It's like, and if I go with my friends, there is like, they had one option for a vegetarian burger. So that is one thing. I don't know. We'll see. Then afterwards, I got fruit in the supermarket, this Edeka in the parking lot. So it's practical because of that, because you can order the burger, you can go to Edeka to grab a drink, and then you can come back, you can pay. I already had brought water from home, but yeah. And then I went walking to home, you could say, because there is like this airport, this old airport there, and I walked home. This is what I was wearing there. I guess I also, when I'm wearing something a little bit more out there, I feel a little bit more self-conscious, I guess, also, right? So I'm not sure how I'm coming across, etc., because of my voice, right? I feel like I'm not feminine, but I feel like I'm looking a little bit, I don't know, strange for how I should sound and how my face looks, etc., right? So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how to handle situations. This is the airport. This was me trying to get some shots. The airport goes over this autobahn. This was me trying to... Feels a little bit performative, some of these shots with the bag, but I was trying to like get a good pose, but this is the end of the park. This is what I had for dinner. This was the outfit at home with the... I guess I was trying to see... I think I have mail. I think I have mail. Hey, I think I have mail. I was trying to practice saying, hey, I think I have mail. More pictures in the elevator, and this is the next day, I think. This is the next day. The next 2 days we didn't have anything, so I think I just went to buy some food or whatever. And then I went to take pictures here above in this parking lot that we have up there. The hair looks so frizzy. This was the next day. I made breakfast, kind of Bavarian, with some leftovers. So apple, sausages, Bavarian sausages, Weisswurst, and Brezen that I got from Aldi. That thing that I went to pick up here, when I went buying, here there is a bag, and the bag has like this Brezen. This was lunch, because I didn't do anything essentially, right? It was like me going outside, buying some things, then staying home, browsing Twitter, watching YouTube. I watched a lot of YouTube, I think. And yeah. And yeah, I prepared this, which was, I think, chicken. Yeah, because I bought a chunk of chicken that I did before, I think, and enough to last like the 4 days that I was that I had before the flight. And I did laundry. This was my laundry outfit. This was, I think, either the next day. I think this was the next day. Let's see. Yeah. This was that day dinner, the day before dinner, and this was the next day at 1 p.m. or so. So after breakfast, I think. Then this day this day dinner. That day, I guess, Friday. So I think Friday I watched Pluribus. I ate carbonara. Then this is Saturday morning. I went to the gym, the 56. Is my gym outfit. I always try to get the profile to see how I'm developing. Not a lot, sadly, but. And then this was me again, of almost outfit repeating, same jeans, shirt. I change it, but yeah, coat, boat, boots, the same, essentially the same outfit. And I went to grab something quick. 12:26, Saturday. I think I had already bought it, right? A baguette, maybe. Yeah, Brötchen. I got Brötchen for the next day. And this is the next day. I was here. This is here at the airport, Munich airport, 6:30 after business. After fast track, I woke up 4:30 or so. Got out of the house at 4:45 to catch the train at 5, so that I could walk with this luggage and so on. I waited like 10 minutes almost at the platform, but yeah, I didn't want to rush the elevator, maybe there's like, for some reason, a lot of people at 4:30 p.m. Who knows? You never know, right? So yeah, I caught the train. The U-Bahn, the S-Bahn had no the U-Bahn had no delay, or maybe 1 minute. The S-Bahn, I waited for the S-Bahn like 10 minutes or so. The S-Bahn had 5 minutes of delay accumulated, 5 minutes of delay, but still I was no rush. I went to check in the bag. The guy, who was, I would say, a fucking asshole, but let's say lightly, he was lightly an asshole. He told me that I was late. If I knew I was late, and he told me, "Yo, go directly to the gate, because you're late or something, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I mean, oh, sorry," or something like, "Oh, yeah." I basically, okay. And then I kind of made it seem like I was rushing. I wasn't really super rushing because I had business class, so I had fast track also. And yeah, fast track, I went through fast track to the control, and everything went all right. Then back home, then back from fast track, then after the fast track control, the gate was pretty close by, so I just sat around, and because I had business, I knew I was going to get given a meal and also a drink and such in the flight. I didn't think it through, and the drink is only afterwards, after you've taken off. And I do like having a drink before the flight, like during the flight. I do like drinking water, but I didn't do it. And yeah, basically sorry. And yeah, basically I had a lot of time, right? I could have gone to the lounge. I didn't go because I didn't want to eat, so that was normally thought through on my end. But I had way more time than the guy said I would have. Like, I wasn't actually late. I was like 30 minutes earlier, right? I could have gone, like, I wasn't the last to board or anything like this, right? I was like, fine. I could have gotten there like 25 minutes later and still be kind of rushed, but not really in a hurry, or like not really in a last call type hurry. Or I could have gone like there 45 minutes later, and that would actually been like quite close, but still, right? Mainly because of the business fast track, right? And because the security queue was smaller. And yeah, I don't know if I could have like checked in a bag so late. But yeah, essentially, then we boarded, and before boarding, also this same guy who was checking in the luggage, he also checked us into the plane, and he said something like boarding card, and I showed the boarding pass on my phone, right, which should work fine, but he meant this fucking printed boarding pass that I had like this stored away in my wallet, so I wasn't about to pull it out, and he said boarding pass, and I did the scan with my phone, and it clicked past all right, and he was like, I meant the other one, right? It's like he was kind of an asshole. But I then overheard here in the train that he had done the same to other people, so I guess it wasn't just me. He was just like, I don't know, he had a bad day or whatever, I don't know. They asked for the boarding pass then again inside of the plane. It was a CRJX. ECLOX, I guess is the plate. These were the seats. Not great, to be honest. Business class, but as you can see, this looks like economy. There's no difference. Only the meal, and like boarding earlier, I guess, and like getting out also earlier. But I had a check-in back, so who cares if you get out later? And yeah, they de-iced our plane, so that was interesting. They like shower it. I'm not sure if it's water, if it's like some de-icing, particularly de-icing thing, like a defroster liquid in the car, or what. But Hola. This was the video I took for my Instagram story. This is the video taking off, I think, 7:53. This is a video up there in the air. More videos up there in the air. This was the lunch. Sorry, the breakfast, I guess. Yeah, breakfast. It was like 9 a.m., 8:30 a.m. Yogurt, sausage, omelette, egg omelette with a little bit of tomato sauce and spinach. A croissant that is already gone. Some bread, oil, tomato, salt that I ordered. Well, this I asked for. Sorry, the salt, tomato. I hear the salt is here. I also got an iced tea. This was me. This was me in the bathroom. I wrote a little bit in the journal. I was flying through clouds, so I thought it was interesting. This is already in Spain. Sorry. This is Madrid. These are the 4 towers. The Kio Towers. And back here, this was showing my folding phone. I always say, like, if you smile, the phone takes a picture of you, right? So first we tried and it didn't take a picture, and then we smile, like if we force a smile. Well, I'm not sure if he wants to be here, so I'm going to do this. This is me after that, because I went back there to have dinner with my friend. This was the outfit I wore. I wanted to see how it looked. These are pictures I took with my friend's iPhone, and yeah, you're not seeing them because I'm not sure if I can show them, but it was interesting that it actually captures a big scene, right? It's taken vertically, but with that camera that takes the selfies like that. So that's pretty cool, actually.
Hey, muy buenas a todos.
This was my workout outfit yesterday, just a home workout, like not even workout, it's kind of like the warm-up for my normal workouts, but yeah. And this was my outfit to go renew my driving license yesterday. This was what I wore to the driving license appointment. This was me practicing a smile for the driving license picture. This was some adapter that I saw later after I already had my driving license and I went to the mall to check it out. My driving license, by the way, is not my actual driving license. It's just this kind of little paper that is like this temporal authorization to drive or whatever, right? It's not actually like a real driving license. This is our homes, Belen. And these are pictures I took today going at the supermarket. I should take an outfit picture today. And I'm going to change the name of, the date of these pictures so that it reflects when they are. And yeah, that was basically my week yesterday, and I guess a little bit of this week actually. Monday, Tuesday. Yesterday was the Driving Lessons thing, and yeah. Yesterday I also ordered online this adapter for the video feed to the capture card, and for the cable for the camera, and then the capture card. It works, as you can see, and yeah. I wanted it, I guess, to do this kind of quick little update, and in case tomorrow, for example, I also want to record some video, I guess I could start working on that so that tomorrow I also have, like, I can go straight into the recording or something like this, right? I have this idea here, something like, you have to care about superficial useless shit. I was watching this video by Alex Hormozy, and yeah, I guess, let's check it out.
Function, but changes the pleasure and meaning that people derive from stuff. And you even see that in software. Why? What has happened with video gaming?
The aesthetics is such an interesting.
Why? And you even see that in software. Why? What has happened with video gaming? A big question in economic history, and my friend this is beyond the scope of the book, but what are the conditions that leading to a takeoff, which is a big question in economic history. And my friend Joel Mokyr recently won the Nobel Prize in economics for his work on this. But that it's not a lack of brain power, and it's not even a lack of the desire to innovate, because that seems to exist. Again, it may not be the dominant characteristic of everybody in society, but there's enough of that, that leaven that you need to create really extraordinary things. And then the question is, when does that lead to sort of broader prosperity and continuing innovation, and when does it not? So that's one thing. And then another thing is, I just always feel like we underplay the importance of aesthetic innovation. That is, innovation that may not change function, but changes the pleasure and meaning that people derived from stuff. And you even see that in software. Why? What has happened with video gaming?
The aesthetics is such an interesting point because I think that that's also a very easy thing to miss. It's very easy to think of everything as a technical innovation and not to think of it as how it actually integrates not just
Hello, who's here? I'm writing a video.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to learn anything very fast. And this is the exact process that I use to learn stuff. They got lucky, and so what? You're both going to die eventually, in 5 generations from now, your progeny. They got lucky, and so what? You're both going to die eventually. They got lucky, and so what? It's hard. And so what? Right? They got lucky, and so what? You're both going to die eventually, and 5 generations from now, your progeny won't remember what you did to begin with. And the whole point of this game was for who you become, not what you get along the way. In this video, I'm going to show you how to learn anything very fast. Fast. So number one is that was pretty. I see that. That was pretty good. Hold on. We'll use the original one. That was pretty good. Okay. So number one is we have to understand what learning. This is a video I'm making for the young man who stopped me on the street. Of Rodeo Drive and said that he had made $80,000 doing sales and he stopped because he was no longer passionate about it. And you asked me, what should I do with my life? And I didn't have time to answer you when I was walking, but I wanted to give you a longer answer right now. You said you stopped because you didn't think sales was your passion. And what really got me thinking about that is that I actually was in your position. I had a management consulting job. I saved up $50,000 from that job. And then I said, I'm not passionate about this. I'm going to go do something that I am passionate about, which at the time was fitness. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I took fitness. Your competitors know that you will not stop because there's literally nothing they can do unless you get killed. Besides that, they know that you're going to get up and try again. And when you try that many times for the rest of your life on one thing, you tend to get pretty fucking good at it. And when you get pretty fucking good at something, you become very hard to stop. Hopefully that helps you, which is pick a path and commit to the path. Because the person you want to be is at the end of it, and everything between you now and that man then
Hello, hello. Not sure if anyone's here. I was writing a script for a video, but I got carried away or delayed or whatever, however you say it. How's it going? Is anyone even here? I see on the graph something like since 5:30, which is 5 minutes ago, there was someone. So I don't know if someone actually like clicked on this video and stayed there while I was like browsing the internet. But if you did, nice. Feel free to say whatever. In chat right now I'm looking at handhelds. I love these flip handhelds. I want to get one. I don't know which one I will get. This one has high chances, the RG35XX. The RG34XX also has chances. The SP. I only want the SPs. They're so cool, man. I love the flip factor. That is the only thing that I want them for. The 34 has these joysticks, which make them a little bit more interesting for me. This one has a bigger screen, which for some games it's better. Interestingly, the games that use the joysticks are better with this 4:3 screen. The games that, and this 3:2 aspect ratio is actually like the GBA's aspect ratio. So yeah, but this one runs GBA games great because they just put down below in the screen like some black bar, but it's like designed to look like the the Game Boy Advance SP logo from the actual Game Boy Advance SP. So it actually like looks really clean even in this 3.5 screen, and then for 4:3 games it's actually better. So I feel like it's a better idea to do this actually, but yeah. These are like really interesting systems. This is another video idea that I have here, for example. Cool hardware formats. I mean, it's like we are living in kind of a golden era, or not sure if golden, right? But to me, it gives vibes of like this is a really exciting period in like hardware. I wasn't feeling like this since a long time, and I feel like right now, for some reason, there are like folding phones, right? My phone is a folding phone. It has like a screen outside. As you can see, it has a screen inside that folds. So there is like this hardware that is super interesting. It's powerful, right? This has, I don't know, this particular one isn't like super powerful, but it's like a mid-range phone. But a mid-range phone these days has a lot of things, right? 4K video. I mean, this camera isn't really good, but take a Samsung Flip or a Samsung Fold. I don't know, great characteristics. Yeah, I don't know. Great characteristics. Has like a lot of connectivity, Wi-Fi, whatever, right? They lose some things like micro SD ports or whatever, but they have like great cameras, 3 cameras on a fucking phone. Ultra wide, the other thing, and the telephoto, front camera, the screen folds, can record like 4K, can record like 120 frames or like 250 frames, so slow motion video at full high definition. With, I don't know, the sensors are small still, right? Which is like the biggest drawback, but for what they have, it's like they have great pixel counts, crazy hardware, right? Fast wireless connectivity, 5G, Bluetooth, like 4, 5 point whatever, Wi-Fi 6, fast storage, like 1 terabyte of storage in like a fucking folding phone. USB-C and USB-C and like Bluetooth is crazy, right? You can hook up a mouse, a keyboard on a phone and it works. You can hook up USB through USB, same. You can hook up a USB dongle and like get fast SSD storage, drop it in on a fucking phone, and you have like access to the terabyte of storage in the phone. Adapters of several kinds, right? You can plug in a mouse through USB OTG and it detects it, and you can use things like this. You can hook up a video signal USB-C to a monitor straight up, video out. It's like these things can do a lot of things, right? They're devices that are super powerful and then can do a hell. Applications are crazy, right? And then this is like the folding phones. Then there is this fucking world of these handheld consoles. There are like the Einthor. It's like Flip 7, look, sorry, the Fold 7. It's crazy already. The Fold 3 Fold. That's actually also crazy. The Einthor, this thing is insane. This is Snapdragon top range chip, generation old, but top range chip, ARM, running Android. 2 dual screens, and this software is actually like pretty clean. You can edit the brightness and of the 2 screens separately. You can have something stay on the, like you can use the joysticks and the gaming controls on this screen only, while this screen, well, you modify things or change music in the second screen. You can, using software, like lock certain apps to each screen. I don't know, it's like software wise they're like pretty decent developed systems. The hardware is like super interesting, right? These gaming things, it's like pretty crazy what you can do with this, right? This video of this guy talking about his editing workflow using this hardware, right? This is like really interesting hardware. Then these consoles, the ones that I wanted, that I mentioned that I wanted, these ones have crazy shit. For example, if you look at the ports here, well, you can actually, if you scroll down here, the fuck, no. I'm streaming, right? Yeah.
Puta madre, oh shit! Fuck me! Puta madre, oh shit! Fuck! Shit! Fuck me! rápido, rápido, rápido! ¡Sácalo, güey! ¡Vamos a darlo, güey! ¡Ven, ven, vamos a...
Okay. I was scrolling down here. This type of use case is like really interesting, right? Bluetooth 4.2, 5G Wi-Fi. Well, 5G, I'm not sure. 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. 3,300 milliamp hour battery in this small device is like actually pretty good accomplishment in my opinion. And you can use it like this. But yeah, this SCART connection is actually crazy. Well, I called it SCART, but it's not even SCART, it's... It has an HDMI out. In this like small ass system, running Linux, some kind of version of Linux OS. 2 micro SD slots. This kind of weird hardware. Bluetooth, which is crazy, right? I don't know. I wonder if like what kind of things people do with this Anbernic RG34XX. Oh, this micro is so cool actually. I had a Game Boy Micro and I loved it. Yo, that's insane.